Alright, so I really did not want any bad news concerning Need for Speed. I have gone the last couple of months thinking, oh, we're going to get Most Wanted 2012 remastered, or at the very least, a new game for each console. Bear in mind, this is a rumour, so take this with a pinch of salt, and I really hope it's just a fucking rumour and not the truth. But Need for Speed 2022, so the Need for Speed we're getting this year, is to launch on next-gen consoles only. Why? Why would that be the case? I'm gonna just rant for a little bit. Usually I rant with these videos. I don't write a script for these, especially for rumours. Why would I do that? But I don't see the benefit to doing next gen. Yeah, your game's gonna look better graphically, but like, I thought Heat looked fine. You know, bear in mind, taking away the rendering issues for Need for Speed Heat, like, if you fix that, Need for Speed Heat looks perfect, in my opinion, you know? Just get your rendering issues right, and it's fine, you know? So, take that away. Why would we need a Need for Speed exclusively on next gen? You know, at least right now, we don't need that. I could see why Need for Speed 2015 was exclusive to next gen, because it took massive leaps in the graphical department, and yeah, but it didn't need to be. You know, it could have looked like exactly like Rivals, and I wouldn't have minded. You know, graphics. As I'm getting older, I'm playing more and more games, and graphics to me really don't mean that much. I mean, look at Grand Theft Auto 3. I love that game to bits, and I've only been playing that for about 2 years. You know. And that game came out in 2001, you know, and obviously now I'm playing the definitive editions, the remaster, but it's still not the best looking game, obviously. But yeah, it just, end of the day, it doesn't matter to me, so I can't really see why they would put it on next gen consoles. Another thing with this is that I'm not sure about the Xboxes, but I think this might be an issue, but it's mostly an issue with the PS5. Scalpers. Like, not many people have a PS5, which is why, like, Gran Turismo 7 was still launched on these on last generation consoles, you know, and that game looks great. Gran Turismo Sport, I mean, looks great as well. Like, we've got some great looking racing games already, and I'm one of those people who thought that, oh, we didn't even need the PS5 and the Xbox Series X yet, yeah? We were just starting to, like, push the boundaries with Red Dead Redemption 2 and God of War and The Last of Us Part 2, etc., you know? Like, look at those games and look how good those games look. Like, the PS4 and the Xbox Series X would clearly be able to handle graphics. Maybe they want to combine graphics and frame rate, which I get, but then again, that's what the PS4 Pro's for, you know? That's what graphical settings are for, you know? Performance, fidelity, and maximum. I'm using Hot Pursuit remastered terms here. Basically, they don't need to be exclusive to next gen consoles. EA, you're just losing money by doing that, you know? Like, I don't understand it. I really don't understand it at all. Like, you're literally just losing money by only putting them on next gen consoles. Like, and either way, if you want me to get petty, you kind of owe us a fully fledged game at this point. 2015, I mean, okay, Rivals came out missing features, key features of what people want in a Need for Speed game. 2015, the same issue. Payback, the same issue. Heat, the same fucking issue, you know? So, I mean, the best game we've gotten in terms of the amount of content was 2015. In terms of quantity of content. In terms of quality, the best we've got is Heat, you know? And we can do better than that. Like, we deserved better than that with how much, like, we paid to get those games. I think a Need for Speed being exclusive to next generation consoles is stupid. It's absolutely stupid. So, I have an article here, obviously, from the Knobheads. I always read this. I've been doing that for about 2 years here. And the headline reads, Rumour, Need for Speed 2022 to launch on next-gen consoles only. The next Need for Speed title, currently in development at Criterion Games and slated to launch later this year, is reportedly now current gen only and will not be coming to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, according to a well-known industry journalist. Speaking exclusively on his premium show Grub Snacks, VentureBeat's Jeff Grubb revealed that EA has plans to launch a new Need for Speed title later this year, and detailed that the title has now shifted development away from older gen systems and will only be available on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X/X consoles. And this is a quote, Need for Speed is still coming this year, that's true. That game should be coming in November, as always. If you are a Need for Speed fan who has bought a next-gen consoles, here's some news. It's next-gen only. They are shifting to next-gen only. I think that is so fucking stupid, because who on earth at this point has the next-gen consoles, you know? Even if you could afford it, you don't need it, you know? I could get it this year if I really wanted to. Am I going to? No, I'm not. I don't need those consoles. They are worthless to me. Most games that I want to get are already on this generation, you know? I don't need a PS5. I don't need the new Xbox, you know? The only game I could ever think I'd want on the PS5 would be the new Ratchet & Clank game, which I can wait to play, you know? And I guess I'm just going to have to do that with Need for Speed as well, and I think that sucks. Honestly, I think they owed us another game. I think Most Wanted 2012 would have been a good game to remaster. It's got a very, very good multiplayer, and it would definitely keep a lot of us, you know, in check. A lot of us satisfied, I guess, especially in terms of like those who play with their friends or just like playing online in general. Most Wanted 2012 would have been perfect for that, you know? Why wouldn't you remaster that? It would be an easy remaster, and it would honestly, it could make more money as well. Most Wanted 2012 was on handheld devices. It was on the PS Vita. I still play that version to this day, you know? It's a great fucking port to the PS Vita, and I feel like you could do that with the Nintendo Switch. You know, Most Wanted 2012 remastered would be great on the Switch, you know? And it would make so much money. Like, tell me what other racing game like Most Wanted 2012 is on Nintendo Switch. And don't say Hot Pursuit Remastered, because that multiplayer is just a bog standard multiplayer. Most Wanted 2012 is, I mean, okay, you could say Burnout Paradise, alright? That's it. And for those who don't like Burnout Paradise and would like real cars, you don't have anything yet. And I think Most Wanted 2012, quite frankly, would have been perfect to put on those consoles, you know? So EA's really missing the mark here. Even if it's not Most Wanted 2012 remastered, it genuinely should be on next-gen consoles. There's no reason in my mind why you would want to put it on next-gen other than graphical fidelity, and at this point, I don't care. I do not care about graphics, bro. I really don't. I don't care. I play games that are like 20 years old at this point, and I enjoy them a lot more than modern games in a lot of instances. So, quite frankly, I don't care. Again, I do not care. Put it on put it on last gen consoles, because quite frankly, whatever you're going to put out for next gen, I guarantee would be able to run on this generation of consoles. I think it's fucking stupid that they want to put it next gen, but it's a rumor. And I dropped my controller, sorry. It's a rumor, so hopefully it stays a rumor and we still get it. But anyway, Grub also mentioned the title will come to PC and that it could be set in Miami. What? The last game, Need for Speed Heat, was set in Miami. Sorry, I've got a runny nose all of a sudden. Palm City is in Miami. What you're seeing right now is Miami on the screen. So, however, he did state he wasn't sure of that, and that it will most likely be a completely different city in the United States like previous entries. So I'm thinking, why would you want to put it in Miami again? What else could you do? I think Heat did it perfectly, in my opinion. Need for Speed Heat honestly has one of my favorite locations in a Need for Speed game, in a racing game, in any game, you know? Like, I love Palm City. I think it's great. And I don't think they could do much better than it, you know? I think this is one of the best, it's one of the most, yeah, it is one of the best racing game locations ever. Like, you don't need it. So I'm thinking maybe a Need for Speed Heat remastered, but yeah, like, oh, I don't know. It's not a big deal, that thing. I honestly wouldn't care much. If they did it in Miami again, I'm not sure I would mind, honestly. There's not many locations I think would be better than Miami. Maybe they could do what they did with Carbon, for example, and put different locations in one. I think that would be very cool. Sorry for that again. I don't know, but I just think, why again? I don't know. While worth taking this information with a grain of salt, Grubb has a record of tangible insider information. So, quickly skimming through this, he revealed Microsoft's plan to launch Forza Horizon 5 last year. And yeah, and you already know about Criterion Games putting their Need for Speed development on hold to assist the development of Battlefield 2042. Yeah. So Need for Speed 2015 talks about comparing this situation with 2015. I get that. But again, it was different. The PS4, so I'm gonna be using PlayStation as an example. The PS4 is so much more powerful than the PS3, but the PS5 is not that much powerful than the PS4. I'm gonna be honest. Yes, you got quicker loading times, but I'm gonna be honest. Heat has some great loading. You know, even if it takes a while to load, the loading screens are so fucking cool that, like, I don't care. You know, I love the loading screens for Need for Speed Heat. I think they did it. It was a perfect idea. They did it perfectly. There's just so many reasons against putting it on next gen. You would honestly make more money, and there would be more people playing the game if you put it on current gen. To this day, there are still lobbies are still full on Need for Speed Heat. Granted, that's mostly because of crossplay, but still, you know, like, that's not a factor in this situation, because now crossplay is going to be in every game onwards. And if it isn't, then that's a problem. Looking at you, Rockstar. Fucking Grand Theft Auto 5 expanded and enhanced, whatever. Yeah, basically, like, we don't need it on next gen. I don't know what more I should be saying, you know? There's really not much else to say. Don't put it on next gen consoles only. Don't make it next gen exclusive, you know? And that's just putting my own interests aside, you know? It would really affect what my plans for YouTube have been since we found out Heat wasn't going to get more updates. Like, I feel so fucked over as a consumer in terms of Need for Speed, because I didn't care about Hot Pursuit Remastered, you know? It took me months to finish that game. If I really liked it, it would have took me like a couple weeks at least, at most. But it took me months to beat Hot Pursuit Remastered. I didn't want that game, you know? I wanted more of this. I wanted more of Heat, and you just didn't give that to me. And now I feel fucked over because I spent, what, 75 quid on Heat, including Deluxe Edition upgrades, so... Yeah, I'm not saying that as if Heat was a disappointment. I'm saying that Heat missed features. Ghost Games made certain promises that were never followed up on, and that's not even Ghost's fault, you know? We knew there were more planned updates for Heat, and the fact that they didn't go along with it, like, it's just a complete and utter disaster on all fronts, honestly. I don't know. I think putting it on next-gen consoles would be a massive mistake. It would cut off a lot of the fan base, because a lot of them, quite frankly, just wouldn't be able to play the game, and it would disappoint a lot of the fan base. Again, like I said earlier, you kind of owe us a fully fledged game at this point. You owe us a Need for Speed that should be able to compete with games like Forza in terms of content, you know? In terms of vibe, aesthetic, and what you can do in terms of customization, Need for Speed will always be unmatched. And I'm not really angry that I will have to stick with Heat, but I shouldn't have to, you know? I should be able to have a new Need for Speed game on the PS4. Like, again, like I said, I highly doubt whatever you are making, whatever Need for Speed you are making right now, I highly doubt that it would not be able to run on last-gen consoles. I think it's honestly stupid. Anyway, that's really all I gotta say. I am starting to repeat myself already, so I don't want to waste too much of you guys' time. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Obviously, I'm still playing Heat. kind of regularly on the channel, but I think I might even just play it even more regularly now. I don't know. You know, there's not much I can do. I am trying to bring back Rivals, because we've still got Career Plus to play through on that. So in terms of Need for Speed content, I still got quite a fair bit to do. But like once we're done, I won't be able to move on to the next game because it won't be on this console, and that seriously hurts my content. You know, I love making Need for Speed content, but I'm not going to enjoy it as much if I'm playing the same game for years on end, like I'm doing with Heat, like I'm doing with 2015, etc. You know, again, please, Criterion, we need the game to be on current gen, last gen, sorry. You know, we need that. Again, final time, I doubt whatever you're making now would not be able to run on the PS4 and Xbox One. That's it. That's all I gotta say, guys. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below, and yeah.